Here are a few tips for avoiding the penguin and panda updates and the subsequent decrease in ranking that came with that. So when you're building backlinks, the first thing you want to do is vary the domains that you are building backlinks on. So for example, if you had 1,000 backlinks and they all came from the same domain, that would look pretty suspicious to Google. So what you want to do ideally is have 1,000 backlinks from 1,000 different domains, because that looks more natural and it looks more legitimate in the eyes of Google. The second thing you want to do is vary the anchor text that you have in your actual backlink. So I'll walk through an example of that. Let's say I had the keyword phrase increase web traffic, and I was trying to get this site, nixtraffictricks.com, to rank high for that particular keyword phrase. What I would do is when I was building my links, I would vary the text. So maybe a quarter of the time, I would actually just put my keyword phrase inside the anchor text like normal, but I wouldn't do it all the time because that looks unnatural. Some of the time, let's say a quarter, I would actually just put the site URL as the anchor text, because that's what happens naturally when people link to you. A quarter of the time, I might just put Nix Traffic Tricks or the name of the site, not necessarily even my keywords, because again, that happens naturally. And then a quarter of the time, I might just put the word click here. And again, because that happens naturally. So the whole idea here is we want to make it so that Google looks at your backlinks and says, these look legitimate. I bet people just naturally made these. And so the best way to do that is just to mimic natural behavior. And this is kind of what happens. Sometimes when people link to you, they use your keyword phrase. Sometimes they just put your URL or your site name. And sometimes they just say click here. So if you want to avoid getting ranked lower with the penguin and panda updates, I recommend following these steps and modifying or alternating your anchor text in the links you build.